Hello everyone, today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Cuba. So some background information. The population in Cuba is about 11 million. The language they speak there predominantly is Spanish, and their main religion is Roman Catholic. And of course Cuba is known for its communist regime under Raul Castro and the Cuban Missile Crisis and things like that. The average age in Cuba is about 40, and the average life expectancy from birth is 79, which is about on par with the United States. The internet in Cuba. Okay, so there are only about 1.6 million internet users in Cuba, which comes out to about 14% of the population. And that is because private citizens are actually not allowed to access the internet at home. The only place you can get it are in government buildings, and you have to be a government employee in order to access it, and even that you still have to pay per hour to access the internet, and of course you're subject to firewalls and surveillance, so you really can't do a whole lot while you're on the internet, and whatever you do is watched. You can't really do much. Now, tourists are allowed to access the internet in hotels, and they too, of course, have to pay by the hour, and they're subject to firewalls and surveillance, so they really can't do much either. If they just want to check their email, you can be watched, so they have access to all your personal emails and stuff like that. Now, a lot of Cubans are buying passwords on the black market, which of course is illegal, but they do it just so they're able to check their email or make a Facebook or something like that. Which is extremely dangerous, even though you and I wouldn't think twice about it, because if they're caught, they're subject to fines, and if they can't afford to pay the fine, which a lot of them can't, they're actually subject to spend some time in jail. So it's a very dangerous thing just to check an email account, which you and I wouldn't even think twice about. Until 2009, there were no private computers allowed, but that's actually changed, and now most Cubans actually have smartphones, but of course they can't really do anything because they don't have access to the internet unless they're in government, which they do now have Wi-Fi, but of course you have to pay per hour, and most Cubans can't afford that. But things are changing under the Raul Castro regime. There's growing access to the internet. There's a movement, called Connect Cuba, which is trying to get more access throughout Cuba. And of course, to answer the other questions, no one really buys anything online because you can't just go home on your laptop and go to Amazon, and so no one pays for anything online. And there are no shipping companies because nobody orders anything online. So really, you can't because you're not allowed to. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.